Welcome back to Southern Indiana Now. I'm Shawn Hildreth, and on this week's episode, we have some pretty exciting things. We've got the 20th anniversary of a familiar favorite in Seymour, the Brooklyn Pizza Company. We talked with Seymour's Jackson County Recycling District about things you can do to recycle across Southern Indiana. You probably got a great recycling program in your county, but here in Jackson County, Debbie Hackman does a great job of lining us up with resources and making sure that our trash ends up in the places it's supposed to and recycled and reused when it can be. And we also talked with Leo Auto Group. Great place you can go to get a car, get a great deal, no haggle, just no vultures. They'll take care of you. And we also talked with S&B Wall Coverings, a great place to get some painting done. If you're ready to get your house spruced up for the spring, S&B Wall Coverings has got you covered. So we couldn't do this without Prosser Career Education Center. So thank you, Prosser. If you're looking for a new career or some skills, Prosser's the place to go. So sit back, and here we go. Welcome back to Southern Indiana Now. We're at one of Seymour's favorite spots, and it's been here for quite a while. So we're going to talk about the history of the Brooklyn Pizza Company and some of the changes and things that have happened as it's grown over the years. And we're here with Shawn Malone. So Shawn, thanks for having us here with you.
Thanks for being here.
And so your big anniversary is coming up.
20 years. 20 years. Yeah, pretty amazing.
And in those 20 years, you've gone through a lot of changes here. You know, you started out as a little shop and expanded over. So just give us a quick summary of kind of how you've grown here as Brooklyn Pizza Company.
So April 1st, 2006, I opened Brooklyn Pizza on April Fool's Day. Why not? And that was in a small building next to the JC store on Seymour's west side. And after about 3 years there, we had a vision of growth and started looking for a building. And we found our home here on 2nd Street in 2009. And been here ever since, celebrating 20 years, April 1st, 2026. So.
That's wonderful. Yeah. And it really is a great place to gather. People come here for, after games, after celebrations, they come here for celebrations with Harmony Park. Yeah. So that was a great addition, Harmony Park. So tell us a little bit about how that was born.
So our outdoor music venue came along after we'd been in this building 3 years. I was able to purchase the piece of ground from the neighbors next door and told them our full intentions was to create a live music family space. Events can happen here, and they loved the idea, and so it had been in their family since 1957, and they really weren't using that space like they used to a long time ago, and so they sold it to us, and we created Harmony Park, Seymour's first kind of outdoor live music venue as far as creating all kinds of events.
Oh, it's been great. I've seen some really wonderful things there, including a very special celebration for you that happened out there.
Yeah, my wife and I were married there. Yeah, 2016 we got married in Harmony Park, and that kind of set the bar up like, oh, hey, we can do weddings here. We just had a beautiful wedding here. And so over the years now, we've probably had a dozen or more actual ceremonies, as well as just receptions and tons of fundraisers.
So if someone's not familiar with Brooklyn Pizza Company, I know you've got a lot of unique pies, so just give us a little summary of your pizza, kind of what your approach is to coming up with those unique styles, as well as the great traditional, just a pepperoni pizza here is amazing.
Pepperoni pizza is still my favorite #1 pizza. When people often ask for recommendations, I go to the ones that I know we sell a lot of, and ones that I do love, our Barbecue Chicken Club and our Meatza Pizza are a couple of my standout favorites, but a large pepperoni pizza is my jam. It kind of probably always will be. But we do create a lot of unique pizzas, and with the addition of our craft brewery in 2017, it really opened the door to that whole foodie kind of persona that people have found in the last couple decades. Like, hey, I want to try lots of different things. I'm willing to pair it with beers, and so it gave me a lot of wiggle room for experimentation. I used to make a lot of hot dog and chili cheese dog pizzas and stuff at home when I was a kid, and so I wasn't glued to the idea of pepperoni. It just kind of is always my go-to. But so we started creating some unique pizzas here with the vegetarian spicoli pizza and the Barbecue Chicken Club, and the sweet piggy pie, which is features local barbecue sauce and ham and applewood smoked bacon, and so I'm just trying to be different.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I like to come in and try the different ones. Pickle pesto. Yeah. That's always a favorite.
We just won Best of the Midwest with the Pickle Pesto in August of last year. and that is we were in a competition against Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, 33 teams, and we brought home a first place win with that, which was pretty cool. We've competed 10 years in that competition, and brought home a win finally. So
that's great. And you mentioned briefly kind of the segue into brewing and distilling. So I think if you could just tell us a little bit about how that was born, Seymour Brewing Company.
Seymour Brewing was something I always wanted to have here at this facility. We had had a small brewery in the rear of the building maybe 15 years ago or so, and we just didn't quite get the marriage right as far as like how we should sell pizza and beer together. And so I always wanted it to happen under the same roof, but still in a very family-friendly environment. I mean, we all grew up with Noble Romans and Pizza Palace and things where you could, be with your parents and they could have a pitcher of beer. And, and so I always thought that's doable. It's not a bar scene. This is a family restaurant. And so craft beer kind of led its way to me with an old friend of ours, Rich Metter, and Rich had been brewing at a bigger facility. And I kind of told him, hey, I have a vision for kind of doing this here. Can you just give me some pointers? And he was like, I'll come to work for you. Like I'd rather work in Seymour. I'd rather brew in our hometown. And so Rich came on board almost 8 years ago now. And he's just a unique brewer and a unique fella. And I think it comes out in every beer he brews here. So,
And you've done some great things with the brewery, having a great mug club, having loyal people coming in with their families. People come in, they grab their mug, they get a pizza, they sit in Harmony Park, they sit in here. It's a great, great place to be for your family. And into the distilling world, you're just entering that, so you've got some corn whiskey and...
Yeah, right now we're 1 year into our distilling process. We are the first licensed distiller ever in the history of Jackson County. There's been lots of backyard.
Yeah, there's
been lots of backyard hooch, but
some stills in the woods.
Yeah, we're the first people to go at it and really get a permit. And so we had just a really small footprint left of this building that we could even squeeze the distillery into. We've really utilized every square inch of this building over the last 18 years and 17 years. And so we're a very small distillery. We're a small artisan distillery. We're doing Jackson County farmers, Jackson County corn, distilling Jackson County corn liquor or whiskey, if you will, for the first time ever in Jackson County.
That's pretty amazing. So congrats on 20 years.
Thank you.
That's really amazing. And the growth, the things you've been doing with the brewery and the distillery, it's just all great for the community.
Thank you.
People can come in and enjoy it. So if you haven't been to Brooklyn Pizza, come in and tell people where they can find you. What's the address?
Sure. So 753 West 2nd Street. We're located next to the Jackson County Health Department. We're just right up the road from the high school. And check out our website at thebrooklynpizzacompany.com. On there you'll see an events tab as well as ordering online, a little bit about us, some biographies, but you'll see the events tab. And for the first year ever, we got ahead of the summer. So we have big plans every year to get a summer schedule out there and let folks know what's going on. This is the first year we got it in there. So
that's great.
If you drop it down, you're going to see 25 plus concerts this summer. Everything from Metallica tribute bands to Smashing Pumpkin tribute bands to lots of local singer-songwriters. Forrest Turner, Dane Darledge.
Nice.
I'm sure our friend Harvey Adams will be in at some point in time this year. We hope so anyway. And so come support that. Come support local and support live music.
Yeah. Well, the Brooklyn Pizza Company, Seymour Brewing Company, and what's the distillery's name? Forgive me.
Smalltown Spirits.
Smalltown Spirits. Great places, great people. Come in and see them. We'll be right back on Southern Indiana Now.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Welcome back to Southern Indiana Now. We've got a great guest with us today, Adam Ward from S&B Wall Coverings. He's going to tell us all about what they offer and how they can help you out in your home and outside of your home too. All right, Adam, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So S&B Wall Coverings, tell us a little bit about the company, how did it start, and where are you today?
Company started 95. My dad started it with a friend of his, which is where S&B comes from, is Steve and Brad.
Yeah.
I started doing it about 25 years ago. Brad actually had some stuff going on and went away for a little while, so I took over kind of his place at that time as a co-owner and been growing it ever since. So
nice. So tell me a little bit about what you do. Wall coverings, could be anything. So what kind of services do you offer?
Initially, we started out as a wallpaper company, is what the original started, which is where the company name come from, is wall coverings. We have gotten away from wall coverings. We don't do wallpaper anymore. We mainly just do painting throughout, interior, exterior, residential, commercial. We also do epoxy floors, decorative chip epoxy floors, things like that. About anything painting wise, as far as that goes, there's not really a whole lot of limitations as far as what we can do as far as walls. We've done a few hit and miss, like mail patch barns and things like that as well. So we kind of have a wide range of things that we can get into. So
nice. What are some things that people are doing these days? Some maybe new things like the epoxy floors, and where are they putting those?
Decorative floors are mainly for concrete floors. So you're looking at garage floors. We have started to stretch out a little bit and do covered patios, exterior covered patios. Yeah. They do have a lot of other companies that do flat concrete slabs as far as sidewalks, driveways, things like that. Just haven't really gotten into that just yet. I'm not 100% sold on the lifetime of it, so we're waiting to kind of get some more age on the products before we start venturing out into that part of it. Just not 100% solid on how long the longevity is going to be for the cost of what it's going to be to do it. So.
Yeah. So your season's probably ramping up for exterior painting. You're just getting into it now.
Yep.
What are some things you'd recommend for someone if they're going to have their home painted that they need to do to prep?
Mainly, there's not much to it. We have a company that we work with that does our power washing ahead of time. So we usually schedule with him. He goes in ahead of us, does the power washing part of it. We come in behind him and do the painting. The biggest thing most people don't get into or don't realize is, the paint colors fade over time. So around 10 to 15 years is about the lifetime of a paint, when it comes in. So if you're getting around that time period, it's better to go ahead and get it done within that time frame before it starts getting too bad. Yeah. Especially with wood sidings and things like that. Because once the paint starts going, then the wood starts going, and then things start rotting, and you have more costs to fix than what it would be in the initial upfront.
So if somebody wants to, get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to reach out to S&B?
Easiest way is to give us a call. My cell number, my dad and partner's cell number is still on there. Is on Google. You can Google S&B wall coverings. It's on there. Of course, we broadcast through the radio station here, and then Facebook and as we have that as well. We do have websites as well you can get onto that have links to different things and things that you can look on, pictures and things that we've done, things like that.
Oh, great. Some testimonials, some photos, and that's wonderful. So if you're looking for a new paint job for your home, interior or exterior, S&B Wall Coverings is the place to be. You want to reach out to them, go to their website, give them a call, and get a great paint job today. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
Join me, Jay Hubbard, weekdays from 6 to 10 every morning. It's Jay's Morning Wake Up Call, blending today's greatest country hits with local news, weather, and a couple laughs. Jay's Morning Wake Up Call on 92.7 WXKU.
And we're back on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask, and we're hanging out with Fred today. He is the voice of the Leo Group. And I tell you, when you do business with the Leo Auto Group, you're never going to want to do business with anyone else when it comes to buying a vehicle. And if you don't just take my word for it, you can definitely take Fred's. So, Fred, let's talk about your history with the Leo Auto Group and all the things that you have thinking about what people should do business here.
Well, number one, it's a great company. And you got good leadership. And it's fun to come in to just talk with the salespeople. Yeah. They're not going to push you. They're going to try to fit every one of your needs that you might want, and it's sort of nice to do that instead of. And
here we are in 2026, when you can say, when you do business here with the Leo Auto Group, it is like doing business with family because they become friends, and it doesn't. I don't have to go buy a car today. I get to buy a car, and I'm going to go work with so and so, whichever one of the hundreds of dealerships you have right now.
Well, it is. It's fun because coming from Columbus, I know a few people. And it's fun when these people come in and ask for me, and I sit down with them. I don't sell them a car. I leave that to the professionals. But we could chat, discuss things, and it puts them more at ease.
Sure.
And it's good to see people.
Well, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a
deal.
big process. It's a commitment for a few years anyway. So for most
Well, it
people.
is for most people, not for
Not
me.
for most people. Not for you. You're probably like, I'll be on a
Yeah.
car tomorrow. Yeah. But I mean, I think most people really do, and they've dreaded the process. And let's talk about how the process is different. Used to be it would take all Saturday to buy a vehicle. That's not the way it is here, right?
Nope, it isn't. If the salesman is going to number one find out what your needs are, what you want, and then take some information to speed the process up. Hopefully, take you for a ride in a car, or so you can drive it, and then come back. By the time that you're back, if you're traded a car in, they've got somebody that's already appraised your vehicle.
Yeah.
You come up with a number that you could live with, and everybody can live with, and you sign on that dotted line, and you're about ready to go home.
I'm telling you, you can buy it over your lunch break.
You can't.
Yeah.
I've bought many of them over my lunch break.
Okay.
And I didn't even get lunch.
You didn't even get lunch.
That's the worst part. Yeah. So no, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. They're good people. They're just all of
It
them
is.
are nice, and they're willing to help you in any way they can. And that's just the way our dealerships have been all along.
And I
So,
love that because that makes you a good community partner because you're serving the people that you're definitely selling the vehicles to. So that's super important that they're going to know that they're there for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
And also I think most people do know what Leo gives back to the community is important to me.
Yes.
Because I'm from here and I know what he does, and
Yeah.
it's great to see some smiling faces and at Christmas time the kids
Yeah.
and all kind of relationships that we have. But
Yeah.
it's good that he supports where he lives,
Yeah.
and that's important to me.
Well, it means something different when folks buy vehicles from the Leo Group, and making sure that the Leo Auto Group can definitely get them connected with what they're looking for. And you're part of something, and that's what they're just known for this. And you're going to love your experience here. We'll be back on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Welcome back to Southern Indiana Now. We've got a great guest with us today from the Jackson County Recycling District, Debbie Hackman. She's going to tell us a lot about what we can do to make our earth a little better with just a little bit of effort. So, Debbie, thanks for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
So, the Jackson County Recycling District, that's what is it exactly for people who may not know?
Okay, the Recycling District is a government organization, independent of the county, that helps people recycle, reduce, and reuse items instead of sending them to the landfill.
Oh, that's great. So do you work with the different towns within the county to help coordinate their recycling programs as well?
Yes, we do work with them. Seymour has a real good handle on their program here, but we still work with them to initiate some of our projects. I'm a one-person department, so I need a lot of help.
Yeah.
So I get that help from the other communities too.
That's great. So if somebody wants to recycle in Jackson County, now Seymour's got a great program with curbside, but what do they do in the rest of the county if they need to drop off things or recycle?
Well, Brownstown and Crothersville also has curbside, so that's great. They have it picked up at their homes. We have drop bins throughout the county. I can go through those real quick, but
yeah, that'd be great.
We have one at Freetown. We have a drop box at Medora. At Vulture's Church. We have one at St. John Sowers Church. We have one at the Dollar Store on the south side of Brownstown. And we have one uptown in Brownstown for the folks from outside that can come in and use those bins. We're getting ready to set one at Uniontown. They've requested one at Uniontown, so we'll put one there. And also, if you're a Rumpke customer, not to plug Rumpke, but it's one of their programs. If they pick up your trash out in the county, you can also get a curbside recycling bin. It's a little bit of a charge, but it sure helps get the recycling picked up on a regular basis rather than put it in the trunk of your car and drive around it.
Yeah, forget about it for a week. And
and forget, go put your groceries in there, and then you think, oh, well, shoot. And I do that myself, and I live in the county, so I've done that myself.
So what types of things do they accept at the drop-off locations? Is it the same as the curbside, or is it?
Everything's the same in the county, so that makes it a lot easier. We take all kind of paper products, so paper, newspaper, writing paper, magazines, and then cardboard, and also what we call paperboard, which is cereal boxes, those light cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
We take those. We take aluminum and steel cans. We don't take things like pots and pans, okay? Even though they're metal, we don't take those. And on plastics, we take cups, and that's the cups that you get at fast food restaurants. They can be the paper-covered ones or the plastic ones. We take those. They do not accept solo cups. They're made out of a different kind of plastic. Who knew? Just makes it a little bit more difficult. Tubs, which is margarine tubs, yogurt, Cool Whip. We take jugs like laundry detergent, milk jugs, bottles. So those bottles that your lotion comes in, your shampoo, the bottles. So we take a lot of plastics.
Okay.
Bottles, jugs, cups, and tubs. And then we also take glass bottles and jars. Now, not candle glass, not window glass.
It
has to have had food or drink in it.
Okay.
But, so that's a pretty good range of what you find in your trash every week. So if you would convert that to recycling, there won't be much trash left.
Yeah, that is a lot you can do. And now clarify one for me. Pizza boxes?
If they have food on them, if they have cheese stuck on them or a lot of grease, we'd rather not have them.
Couple grease spots, they're probably
that's
okay.
That's okay. Okay. Yeah, and you can always just tear them in two.
Tear it, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
put
a great
the
tip.
clean part in and put the dirty part in the recycling. But we always say, if you're in doubt, throw it out.
Okay.
If you're not sure. We just don't want to contaminate a whole load of cardboard because of your pizza box still has cheese on it. Yeah.
So, other programs besides the recycling program, do you help with, any other environmental efforts in Jackson County, or?
Yes, we help with illegal dumping. We help with illegal burning. Those are two things that IDEM takes care of, but on the state level, but kind of the county gets involved in that. This spring, we have lots of programs going on. I have to look at my notes, make sure I get my dates right. On Saturday, April the 4th, we're going to be collecting tires at the Seymour DPW from 8 to 12. That's a Saturday morning, and we take any light truck or automobile tires. They could be on or off rim, and there's no limit. Okay. So if you have a bunch of tires laying behind your garage or in your barn, now's the time to get rid of them.
That's great.
We also are going to be doing a document destruction on Thursday, April the 16th at RE/MAX. That's a semi-annual thing we do twice a year with them. So any documents you have that you're worried about, maybe have some confidential information on, you can bring them to RE/MAX. Speedy Shred will be there with their big shredder, and you can all watch your documents being shredded. If you're worried about confidentiality, you can stay there and watch them actually shred them.
That's great.
That day. On May the 1st, we'll be having another one of those document destructions. That's a Friday in Brownstown, and it'll be behind the subway, which is right across from the courthouse.
Okay.
That'll be 9 to 11. The next day, we're going to be collecting latex paint. So we don't take latex paint on a daily basis because it's not hazardous. So the way to dispose of latex paint is to make it clumpy. And by clumpy, I mean it can't go through a coffee filter. So it doesn't have to be rock hard, but it just can't. The idea behind that is if you put it in a garbage truck and they compress the garbage, you're going to have, purple paint all the way from here to the door.
All the way through town. Yeah.
Right. So that's why it has to be clumpy. But that day on May the 2nd, out at Tractor Supply's parking lot, we'll have a truck out there that'll take all your latex paint. So those people will paint a wall, and then they'll say, well, I've got a little paint left. I might need that someday, so I'll save it. And you save it and you save it and you save it. You've got all these various cans of latex paint in your basement or your garage. So now's the time to get rid of it. You don't have to make it. You don't have to solidify it. You don't have to put anything in to make it hard.
Okay.
And they take it and they actually make new paint out of it. So it's getting 100% recycled.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So you just take it out to them. Last year we did this as our first year. They got 7,000 pounds of paint from Jackson County. So maybe we've cleaned it all out. I don't know, but I doubt it.
Hopefully a little reminder will help people,
Right. And latex, it's paint and stains. I didn't even know they made latex stains, but I guess they do. So anything that's latex, not oil-based, Anything that's oil-based needs to come to that household hazardous waste facility out at Freeman Field at DPW, and we'll get that recycled. We can't, it's considered a household hazardous waste, so we have to do it differently. Then on the 30th of May 30th, we'll be having another tire collection at Medora at the landfill, and that'll be 7 to noon. And it'll be just like the one here in Seymour, light truck and automobile tires, on or off rims, and no limit. So those are the things we got going.
Don't bring your giant tractor tires. That's not the place.
No, we can't. We're doing this with a grant, so we have to be specific on what we take. So, so we do get rid of a lot of tires that way. And if folks have them laying around this time of year, you think about the mosquitoes getting in them, and they become a hazard.
Yeah.
So around the home. I always try to remind people, when you buy new tires and they say it's going to be $4 or $3 or whatever it is to recycle them, pay the $3 and let them recycle them then, because you take them home, you're never going to use them, and they're just becoming an eyesore. So now it's time to get rid of them.
Well, it's great. Thanks for doing all these services for the county and for the world. It's great to have Jackson County Recycling District doing all this great work. How does someone get a hold of you if they need to reach out?
Okay, we have a Facebook page, Jackson County Recycles. And we have a website that has some of our, has our last listed activities, or you can call the office at 812-358-4277 for an immediate answer to your question. And if we got just one more second.
Oh, yeah, please.
I want to talk about lithium batteries.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Lithium batteries have been a big project we've had the last few years. Lithium batteries that come in almost anything now that you buy. Your kids light up tennis shoes, those little books that the little kids play with that read the story to them. And of course your cell phones and your power drills and, there's a lot of things, cars even, from very small things to very large things. We've been working with the fire departments, we've been working with the other districts and cities and towns to try to get the word out about how dangerous these batteries are. As long as they're in the device and the device isn't damaged, they're fine. They do a great job. They last. They can be recharged. But if they get damaged, they can cause a fire. And the problem with lithium is they can't be extinguished with water. So, if there's a fire in someone's home and it came because of a lithium battery, the fire department doesn't know that, and it's very hard to extinguish that fire. I always think about, if you buy a package of lithium batteries, you put one in your kid's little book, that's going to read, the nursery rhymes to them. What do you do with the other one that's in the package? Well, you probably throw it in a junk drawer, or that's what we, and, if that battery hits a pair of pliers or a screwdriver, it could spark and start a fire. You call the fire department, they come, they don't know what started the fire, so they put water on it. In the meantime, the fire spreads to your bedroom where your cell phone's plugged in. There's another lithium battery, Then it goes to your child's bedroom where there's lots of lithium batteries. Yeah. And, it's just a never-ending thing. So the important thing about lithium batteries is to make sure that you keep them separate from any metal or anything else. So it could be just put in a plastic bag, like a little baggie, lunch bag, and keep them separate. And then it'll be much safer. If anything gets damaged, if it gets broken or hit, or, if you have an electronic item that, maybe you ran over in the driveway, or, it's very important to keep that out of your home. At the Department of Public Works, we work with them and they collect them there.
Okay.
Even if you don't know how to prepare them, they'll help you. Just bring them to them during their business hours and they'll sit there and show you how to do it. You can also put tape around them, Scotch tape, just so they can't get a contact point. Okay. But we like Scotch tape so we can see what kind of battery it is, so we can get it recycled properly. So I don't want to scare people about lithium batteries because they're great. They do what they were invented to do. They last long, they can be recharged, they're very powerful, but that power can ignite a fire, and we just want people to know how to handle them safely.
Well, that's a great tip. Yeah. Thank you. So recycling, you could do it. Lithium batteries, you can be safe with them. We've got lots of great tips from Debbie Hackman at Jackson County Recycling District, and thanks for joining us, and we'll be right back. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Southern Indiana Now. You can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, all the places you get a podcast. And we'd like to thank Prosser Career Education Center for making that possible. So check out Prosser Career Education Center and see what you can do for a new career or maybe some new skills. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.